I asked people to recommend me books they didn't like, and now I'm reading them. Book 29 of the Another Man's Trash Reading Challenge was Tender is the Flesh. This book is translated dystopian horror about a world where a virus deadly to humans has infected the animal population, and as a result, that population was culled. And now society is facing a shortage of meat, and they have turned to legalizing cannibalism, although no one calls it that. Those same plants and processes that were used to slaughter and distribute animal meat are now being used for humans, although nobody calls them that. The story follows Marcos, who works at one of those processing plants. When he is given a female specimen of high quality, he starts to treat her with humanity. Ghosts from his past return, and he is haunted by what he lost, but also what might still be. So I read the whole book in one sitting, and what the fuck? So this is a 4-star book, 3-star reading experience. I did not like it at all, did not enjoy reading a single page of this. But it is undeniably well written, even though it does lack depth. I understand that the narrator is kind of in a dissociative state pretty much the entire time that we're with him, and he's checked out, so he's not really keen on sharing details or being very expansive, other than on what is happening literally right in front of his eyes, which is 99% of the time gruesome and brutal. But there wasn't a lot of in-depth exploration of the socio-political undertones of this beyond what was implied, and I personally would have liked to see more of that. I'm fully aware that the brutality of this book is intentional, and I understand why it was written the way that it was. But that doesn't make it any less difficult to read. You know, as I'm sitting here, it's actually occurring to me that it's possible that the depth isn't explored in the book because it's just accepted as the way things are. And why would it need to be explained beyond just procedurally? It's just a means to an end, not starving, you know? This is, of course, accepting the suspension of disbelief that requires you to write off plant-based alternatives in this world, but that is neither here nor there. Not to be flip, but I would wager if you took the time to look into slaughterhouses, how it works right now, the descriptions probably aren't too far off. And also, the ending of this fucked me up. I feel like I should have seen that coming, but I didn't. And my flabbers were gasted. Anyway, deeply disturbing, deeply uncomfortable. Check your triggers, never want to see it again. 4 stars. Oh, hello, Madison from the future here. So all that being said, we are indeed moving on to book 30. The vote has concluded, a winner has been chosen, and it's the 5th season. This book was recommended 3 times between the wheel and all the lists, and this particular copy was gifted to me by Triss. So Triss, thank you so much. I am pretty stoked that this is the one that you chose. I am really excited to read this. So, based on what you know about me and how I read, do you think I'm going to think that the 5th season is trash or treasure?